right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have INT BROLY here. INT BROLY is going to be getting his EZA from this data download. There's not really too much here. Now, I mean, if there's anything else I would have expected in this data download or something else that they could have actually brought, it was this guy. I don't really see any reason why this guy shouldn't have EZA'd right now. This doesn't make a ton of sense to me because we've even seen it before. Like, well, it was actually in part 2, I guess, 2 years ago when Metal Cooler, Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, and the STR Piccolo all EZA'd in part 2, right? Like, so Metal Cooler's banner units, the Tech Vegeta and the Piccolo, EZA'd at the exact same time. I don't see why they didn't do that with this Trunks because, I mean, they easily could have made this Trunks an asset for the Goku, Gohan, and Trunks team, right? All they had to do, and I think it's very, like, they could have done it, is just tack on, like, a second category for support here. Maybe, like, Movie Hero or something like that. I mean, they easily could have done that. Maybe let this guy, like, guard when he's in slot 3 or something like that. I don't know. To make this guy a little bit of an effective character. Like, they could have dropped this guy's EZA right there. So, we only have the one EZA for BROLY. Now, the other thing I'll mention here, too, is this. So, this should be the last content for part 1. So, we're going to have BROLY, right? And then there's going to be... BROLY is on the 3rd. And then we also have the memorial battle, or the memorable battle stages, which is going to be the stages here. Let me just pull up the global news. By the way, global... Amatsu did say that they were going to be, like, tweeting out the share details for the EZA for global. Global has never shared, like, EZA details on, like, Twitter and stuff like that before. So, I don't know if they just haven't gotten around. Like, I don't know. Like, I joked with Minato yesterday that they're gonna do the data download, and then they're gonna tweet out the details. So I'm not really too sure where that is gonna be. But we have this right here. So we're gonna get 2 new stages to the DBZ Memorable Battles, Movie Edition Memorable Battles event right here. And then this is gonna come with equips for the Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, as well as the Broly. Actually, I think Minato did tweet these out. Let me double check here. Yeah, here we go. Let's go and take a look. So, we got the equips for Goku, Gohan, and Trunks. So, looks like a level 8 defense. I mean, that's definitely pretty good. You have, what is this? That's a level 6 crit, 400 defense, 6 additional, 600 defense. I mean, these are good. Like, I mean, if you're like a free-to-play player or something like that, you're not going to have to worry about getting good equips for this character. You could just go with these. Getting all that raw defense certainly could be handy. I don't think I'm going to use these. I'm pretty satisfied with the performance I've gotten from my build. The only thing is, additional, I think, is like trash on this character almost. Unless you're fighting a boss that you can attack debuff, I don't like the value they're getting from, like, additional supers. It's like, there is the Goku and Frieza fight, which does have a damage check, which would block it. Again, there are some specific fights that we can attack debuff, which, of course, could be very handy there. But that's it. So, I do like crit on this character, though, because they don't really have much in the way of that already built into their kit. Plus, they're not really getting much value from additional. So, I do think the bronze and silver are really good. If you wanted to go with something different for gold, that, I think, would be the spot where you could, again, go with something different for that. And then, of course, the missions, which we saw, is just beat it with no items, and then beat it with a typing of like a character of every typing. We'll see if these stages are going to be tough, because the first batch of stages we got a couple of days ago, where was it? Yeah, it was the Goku, Cooler, Goku and Vegeta, and Metal Cooler. Those were really quite easy. Those were not challenging stages, like, at all. Those stages, they were not tough at all. So we'll see if these ones are actually going to be difficult. In the Dragon Ball Super memorable battle stages, I mean, certainly at the time, all four of them felt like legitimate fights to me. Like especially the Gogeta and Broly when they first came out. And then of course the Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo fight, right? Like the Beast Gohan Orange Piccolo fight had, you know, locking and stuff in it. And Beast was double 3 million supering. So that's something to keep in mind there. So we have those. Then we also have Broly's equips right here. So let's take a look. So Broly gets the level 8 defense. 4 additional 4 crit is powerful. And 5 additional 5 crit is powerful. I mean, yeah, these are good. I mean, I myself would probably rather go defensively for this guy rather than offensively. I think that'll give you a better chance to win. But, I mean, again, if you're like a free-to-play player or something like that, like these look good. I mean, these are all going to be strong. I mean, Broly getting an additional super, you know, he is going to work towards building himself up, but he also is actually getting defense on his 12 key super, which Goku, Gohan, and Trunks are not, right? So value for Broly getting additionals is this right here, because he does not need to super. So if you get a hidden potential system additional normal, you're still building up his passive right there. And then he is getting the 30% defense right there. So, I mean, additional could be solid with him. Crits is definitely very unneeded on this guy. I mean, the first turn in Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, that's where crits can help you. But once he builds this up, there are a lot of fights right now, like real fights that are pure Saiyan or Earthbred fighter enemies. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could give him crits. You're definitely gonna crit more often with crit build on him. But yeah, I mean, the equips are good. Like if you're a free player or something like that, I would just say, yeah, just give him the equips and you're good to go, right? You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we have the stages right there. Sure. We saw the missions. Trunks, unfortunately, is not coming. What else do we have here? And then there's just this. There's just those missions with the stones and stuff like that. So talking about in Broly. Oh, we have to head over here. So one thing that is super important to note right here. So we could see the buff. His stack did not change. So he gets 50% defense now, but it's only 20% defense. We look at him pre-EZA. So they gave him 30% more attack, but no extra defense. That is a huge misstep. I see no reason why they couldn't have done 50% defense right there. Now, people pointed this out. I was actually wrong. I didn't realize this. Let's go there, and then Fuse Fighter. So there are a couple of other characters that actually have a similar type of super attack effect to Broly. And look, like the free-to-play 17-18, 50% attack stack and 20% defense. And then Cool Liza's the same. Where's Cool Liza? I scroll by it. Wait, what? There he is. Cool Liza, it's the same thing. 50% attack stack, 20% defense. That's bad. I mean, you are not winning off of this Broly doing damage. It's not the case. It's like he needs to just be a reasonable option in slot 2 next to LR Tech Broly. Depending upon the fight, I think he could be okay. I am a little nervous about like what is it going to look like against 17 and Golden Frieza, right? Against Bulma, who is not a pure Saiyan, hybrid Saiyan, or a movie hero, right? If you're fighting a Goku, right, and not like Goku and Frieza, because Goku and Frieza don't have any of these. If you're fighting just like a Goku that has like all like this, so like I don't know if the Goku, Gohan, and Trunks boss, this Broly's gonna be very good because he's gonna have a lot of damage reduction. You're gonna have 26% damage reduction, 18% damage reduction, and then you're gonna have another 15% damage reduction. He's gonna be very good with all of them up. But if you have just like one of these two up, he's gonna be a little bit less effective. Although I guess to be fair though, right, against a pure Saiyan, hybrid Saiyan movie hero, he gets an additional with a 70% chance to super. Against a Goku, it's a guaranteed additional super. That is huge. Always massive. I do think that people are underselling this guy a little bit. Comparing him to INT Goku Black and STR Jiren is not even rooted in reality at all, because this guy has a lot of damage reduction built in, but I do think probably Tech Ultimate Gohan seems a little bit lofty. I think that this guy could be good as Tech Gohan or better than Tech Gohan, specifically if you have these up, but these are not in every single fight. We'll see. I'll be okay with this guy if he could, like, if I could get to 17 in Golden Freeze and he's able to tank their normals, I'll be okay with him. But I don't know if he's going to be able to, because he's going to have none of this. So it's just like a 26% damage reduction. The easy fix to this guy, this is what I would have been totally okay with, right? He only needs one thing, and I think he would have been much better. And that's to either of these. I don't really mind the restrictions as much. I talk about this a lot. I don't really mind the restrictions as much on a character who is a like an EZA or like a free-to-play character or something like that. Like, restrictions are not bothering me, right? It's like LR Tech Broly's got like none. The Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, they do need movie hero or all-out struggle, but it's really not like a concern. Those are the characters where restrictions are bad. I don't think it's the worst for a character like that to have it. But what they needed here, he should have guarded against Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan, movie hero, or a Goku. Any of those four, he should have guard. That's what they should have did. And I think that would have kind of like wrapped him up nicely. But the problem is they went more towards damage rather than defense, and that just means the character ends up really potentially ineffective. Defense is always the most important by far. It just is. It is. A lot of people get mad at that, but it's just a fact. Right, you need the defensive ability. So, I mean, if you swap these, he'd be a lot better, right? 50% defense compared to 20%, like, defense would help him out a bit. I'm not really too sure where exactly I'm going to have him after using him. Again, I do think he's going to be better than people are saying right now, but probably not on Tech Gohan level, unless all this is up. So, we'll see. Like, am I going to have him in front of the Dodge or Die, like, characters, like the INT Gotenks, STR Kefla, STR Videl, like, all those Dodge or Die characters? I'm not certain. We'll see. So, yeah, that's it. That is the data download. The one thing they really should have had here is Trunks. I think Trunks should have been in here, without a doubt. And then we'll start getting part 2 details before we know it. Again, this is what it should look like. Part 2 should actually be dropping on the 10th. And then the Part 2 LR banners should be on the 13th. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.